This is how to make beats from scratch for Yeat's new album 2093. So I was super inspired by Yeat's new album. I personally reckon it's one of his best albums. I was originally inspired by all of his like hard 4-on-the-floor type of his beats on his new album, and I wanted to make something super similar, so I started off with this sound from Analog Lab. It's called the Scary Hours preset by Louis Flynn, and this is just what that sounds like. And the only effect I have for it is this Portal, the Hourglass preset, and it's around 50% mixed. Then the next sound I wanted was just some like texture sound, just like one note playing, and it's this Sun Synchronous Orbit preset from Analog Lab once again, and it's just playing the E note. And once again, the only effect I have on it is this Simple Stretch preset from Portal, and it's around what, 60%, something like that. And in 2093 you can hear all these like crazy distorted basses, and so that's the sound I was trying to go for. And I created this pattern with this preset from Analog Lab. It's the Matrix by Drakey and MW's kit, and this is just what that sounds like. I just love the super high B note, crazy in my opinion. And then afterwards I wasn't really inspired, I didn't really know where I wanted to take it, and then so all I did was just bounce it into one wave file and I reversed it, and then it sounded crazy, and so this is what that sounds like. And I was like, damn, this sounds crazy, but I knew it was missing something. I knew it was missing a couple elements, so I went into one of Keon's kits, one of his like Fraser's accent kits, and I found this sound, and it was already on D minor, so all I had to do was time stretch it, and this is just what that sounds like. And then for one part I just put it down an octave, and this is just what that one sounds like. And I was just like, okay, that's cool. But I knew I needed one more thing, and Yeat used a lot of like strings. He used a ton of strings instruments on his latest album, and I wanted to find like a string part that I would like add to it, and I found once again from one of Keon's kits this string phrase, and I just chopped up 2 of them, and this is what they both sound like. And so I was just like, damn, this is like perfect, this sounds crazy. So if you followed my videos before, bounced it out into one wave file, and I think I pitched it down 1, and then I just added all the normal effects I have on my master. I'm not going to go through all of them again. The only difference is I added OTT because I wanted a bit of like compression and crunch, and so this is the final sample before I get onto the beat. And so this is a new project for the beat. I just did save as and a new version, and for this just structured it out how I wanted to, and I knew with this I really wanted some like dirty distorted 808, and so I think I pretty much started with that, and this is just what the 808 sounds like just by itself. Yeah, so pretty much just repeating, and then just the last part I just have a little switch up just so it's not as repetitive. And then also to keep the beat progressing, I added another 808 part, just add a bit of variation, you know, to keep it stale, and this is just what that sounds like. And what I've been doing when I'm making samples is after I've got like 1 or 2 solid sounds, I start making drums around it, just so I can tell if there's enough room for an artist and I'm not overcomplicating it. But that's just another tip that you guys can use in your sample making, beat making process. Then I just added this typical snare that hits every regular spot. Nothing crazy. And then same with this 808, just 2-step with a couple rolls, typical Yeat rolls, I guess you could say. It's just what that sounds like. Nothing crazy, and I like adding this gap right at the end of every 2 bars, and then just an open hat, and it's just what that sounds like. Yeah, lately I've been breaking down a ton of beats, and I've realized that some of your favorite beats are super simple, and so nowadays I just keep my beats super simple, and then if an artist really fucks with it, I can add post-production or add more shit to it afterwards, but the initial idea is super basic, and then we can go from there. But anyway, this is the final beat. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of Yeat's new album, if you fuck with it, if you don't. Also, if you haven't copped my new Dimensions analog lab bank, it'll be in the first link in the description. Go get it now. There's 50 presets, 10 samples, 50 midis, 5 perk loops, and 5 textures, all for $20. So if you want to elevate your samples, go get that now. And yeah, peace and stay safe.